Can I really guarantee you a $200,000 profit on your first custom home project? That's a very fair question. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how and exactly why I can and how the guarantee is actually going to work and what's required from you. I'm going to walk you through the math behind the 200,000 threshold, the 5 pillars that are going to de-risk your project, and the eligibility and expectations and the real results that we're going to need here. I'm Dan Sikowski, 26 years in construction, over 50 custom homes I've been able to build, over 600 major renovations in my time. I lost everything back in 2007 and I came back to clear over $700,000 on one single project. This is not theory, it's a system, and we're going to dive into it. Why talk about the guarantee? What it actually means, why I offer it. Well, most programs dodge accountability. I don't do that because I build and I teach the same system that I use. The guarantee aligns with our incentives. Your profit is our shared target. What you're going to learn in this video is the math behind the 200K, the 5 pillars that are going to de-risk your first build, eligibility and what's required to activate the guarantee, common objections and edge cases, and proof on how to take the next steps. Here's the kicker. I do not create your profit during the build. We actually are going to create this before we even touch the dirt. The profit model, why the 200,000 is a reasonable floor to stand on, is because 4 numbers are going to decide the deal. The first one is land all in, the price, closing, and early carry permits for the job. The second is to build in the budget with the line item of the scope and the real contingencies that you're going to need for the project. The third thing is the carrying and the fees. So what that is your interest, your taxes, your insurance, your permits, agent fees, closing costs, all that stuff. And the exit price is going to be the fourth thing, which is going to be anchoring fast and selling with the comps in your market and being able to have velocity over unicorn pricing. It's a realistic spread. The target is between a 25 to 30% project profit margin if everything is underwritten correctly. Example ranges in my portfolio: 296,000, 545,000, 798,000. These are all net profits on the job, all in 12 to 28 month time frames. The point here is that the $200,000 threshold is a very, very conservative floor when the numbers work on paper. Most contractors lose money in the buy, not the build. So the guarantee is going to start with how we buy. The 5 pillars that are going to de-risk your first build are, number 1, the first pillar, underwrite tight. Before we buy, we have to underwrite tight. We have to use the 4-number framework. Pass fast if it's not going to work on paper. Go on to the next deal. Don't get stuck on something because of location, because it looks good, because it feels good. If it doesn't look good and end good on paper, it's not going to end good in real life. Pillar number 2, we have to design what we're building to the comps. What's selling in the marketplace? Not to your ego, not something that you want to build, not something that you feel will look good in your portfolio. We have to build according to what people are buying in the area. We have to pull the last 3 sales, the fastest sales. We have to match their bedroom amount, their bathroom amount, their layouts, their finishes, their exterior style, because this is what people are liking in the marketplace. Pillar number 3 is going to be, we have to present like a builder owner to the lenders. Like, we are ones who are in control of this and we know what we're doing and we're confident in this build. Our package has to include comps and exit logic. We also have to include line item budgets, schedule with buffers, because we have to know that things may happen, a risk plan, and an actual draw schedule that they're going to want to lend on. Why contractors get the nod is because lenders trust finishers with a track record and people who are actually confident about what they're bringing to the market. Pillar number 4 is going to be, we have to build controls. We have to be able to protect our margins. So if we build these controls, our margins are going to be protected. Milestone draws. So work first, inspect, then pay. Biggest downfall in this industry is we pay some money, they do the work, Then we pay them all the money. Then it gets inspected and they're long gone and they're not going to fix the work. You build big and good, solid relationships with your contractors, your subcontractors, as long as they're willing to put the work in, get it inspected, and make sure that it's up to par where it needs to be. Then they get their final payment. Clear scope is going to help you really understand that the quality at the foundation, the framing, and the drywall and all the finishes are done properly as long as you're going through these steps. We have to schedule reality. We have to plan for weather. You know, we're here in the Northeast. If you're building in the Northeast, we have snow, we have rain, we have super cold days. Inspectors, sometimes they're delayed, they're backed up. And also lead times. If we're ordering materials, we have to make sure that all of that stuff is scheduled properly. And then pillar number 5, exit. We want to move in to the exit 30 days without burning the margin that we've set. We have to price inside the comp bands that are in the marketplace, have strong media presence based on what we're selling, and get fast feedback so that we can continue to push our product. Now, a quick note, guys. If you want my 4-number underwriting sheet, I'll be able to provide that for you. The comp-driven design checklist, which I also have, and a sample lender package outline. I put all that stuff inside of a free training for contractors, but you have to hit the link below and watch the breakdown and see if that you qualify, because if you do, then I'll help you with the complete contractor assessment and I'll send everything your way. Okay, so here's a question all the time. How does a guarantee actually work? What's required from you? That's a big question. Well, the guarantee is that I will personally guarantee you'll profit at least $200,000 on your first custom home project within 18 months of project completion and your program with me. Or I'll continue working with you for free until you do so. Now, who is this for? Who am I looking to work with? Who am I looking to partner up with? Established contractors, general contractors with real project experience and trade relationships. If you're a handyman, you're a guy on a fly, you know, that's not the person I want to work with. I want to work with someone who's been in the industry for a while, knows what they're doing. They're just not making the money they want to make or building themselves to the position that they deserve to be. You also have to be willing and able to fund $100,000 to $300,000 out of pocket for land and early construction draws before we actually get paid from the bank. So we're going to have to put some money in place. What's required to activate the guarantee? Well, number 1, you have to attend and complete the core curriculum that I'm going to provide to you. You have to bring deals to underwrite and only buy green lit projects based on the 4-number framework that I spoke about. And you have to build to the comps. What's selling out there? Spec define based on what we're seeing out there, and we're going to define it together, and we're not going to be able to build this thing any bigger or any different than what's selling in the marketplace. We have to put our ego aside. We have to follow milestones and our draw schedule with discipline. It's super important. Inspect before you pay, and everything has to be a very, very clear scope. We have to price within the comp band and follow the market plan. Super important. And we have to keep all the basic documentation, the budgets, the scopes, the draw requests, the listing info, all that stuff tight so we can review and optimize all of this throughout the project. Let me address the biggest question I get all the time about the guarantee, and I'm going to clearly and directly help you with the objections, okay? What if the market shifts? Well, if the market shifts, it's going to happen. We buy with margin, we design comps, and we price things to move. The 25 to 30% spread gives us room if we need to have it, if we have to adjust in the market. The guarantee covers the continued coaching until you clear $200,000. So that's something that I'm going to guarantee that you're going to be able to do as long as all of this stuff lines up and we'll work correctly together. What if I can't find land? It's always a question. Well, we tighten up the buy box. We leverage, the agent networks. We use what we can for quick, feasible checklists based on the market and evaluation that we're looking for. No deal, beats a bad deal. So at the end of the day, we don't want to just buy something because we're buying something. And we keep the pipeline tight with discipline. And when the right deal comes and the right piece of land comes, we'll go after it. What if I can't get construction financing? Listen, you're a contractor with a track record. That's an advantage. We're going to package everything like a builder. The guys I work with, you're going to be a builder owner. I'm going to introduce you to the lenders that I work with and who I know. And they work with the contractors that I bring to the table, and you're going to be able to get financed. What if I'm short on capital? Capital is always a big question. A lot of times, people come short on capital, and it's understandable. But typically, your first project, you're going to need between $100,000 and $300,000 out of pocket. We structure deals to minimize the cash exposure while we're protecting the spread, but you do have to have some skin in the game. Every single lender is going to look for that. Is this a refund if I don't hit $200K? No, it's not a refund. It's a performance-based coaching guarantee that I'm going to keep working with you for free until you do hit that $200,000 mark, and provided that you follow the system. Listen, my track record and client outcomes speak for themselves. My deals are high level. Project results that I've had myself, $578,000, $545,000, $296,000. These were all net profits on real builds that I did. Client snapshots, people that I've worked with. You got Jeff. He was working 70 to 80 hours a week. He went to $300K net on his first spec home, regained family time, was able to buy some of his time back. Mark, another one of my clients. He was a renovating contractor. He was a GC. He was stuck around like 12% margin. We started developing right away in his first 18 months. He went to a 32% margin, doubled his net, and he stopped working on the weekends. Well, why does this matter? The guarantee is grounded in a reputable model and real results that actually worked for me and other people I've worked with. So understand that there's no gotchas here. It's all transparency and fine print. What the guarantee is not, though, is not a promise that the world won't change. Not a safety net if you ignore the underwriting or overbuild to the spec or skip the process. But what it is a commitment to say that you're going to be in the trenches and I'm going to be in the trenches with you at no additional cost. And until you clear $200,000 on your first custom project and you follow the system, I'll be with you side by side. So let's just recap on everything that you're going to get here with the program. The $200,000 floor is created in the buy. So we have to make sure before we even touch the dirt, it's there. It's protected by the build controls, and we realize the pricing right from the start, and then we move on. Also, the 5 pillars that we talked about, they're going to de-risk our project end to end. And then the guarantee is going to align us to execute throughout the system. And again, I'm going to stay with you until you hit that mark. You already have the hardest part down. You already are in construction. That gives you the owner's model at the support level that I need for us to be able to work together on a higher level and us to be able to execute on a high level. So here's what you need to do next. If you want the exact underwriting sheet, the comp-driven design checklist, and the sample lender outline that I have, you have to watch the free training link below, then complete the contractor assessment. So there, moving forward, we will then create a 12-month plan from contractor to builder. I'll personally guarantee your profit of $200,000 on your first custom home project within 18 months. And I'll keep working with you if you don't hit that threshold. So profit at least $200,000 on your first custom project within 18 months of program completion, or I will keep working with you until you do so. Hit the link below. Okay, watch the free training and apply. Listen, guys, you're closer than you think.